I just thought I'd do my fan cam live instead of pre-recording it. And what can I say, man? Today I was saying, don't use the F word. This is not a friendly. Simple as that. And it's the last game before our Premier League season starts. We're first up in the league. 5 days now, I think it is. Yeah, Friday we play against Brentford. And man, do you know what? If you ever needed a reason, to actually perform, it's against that team. It's against Tottenham. You want to go into your Premier League season with confidence. And man, look at our pre-season results. I'm not suggesting that friendlies matter, but also today was not a friendly, okay? I'm just looking for a reason to be optimistic about the season, and I can't find one. Like for me, I look at that game today and I think to myself, what was there about our performance, about our style of play that makes me think that's one thing we're really good at, or I can see we've worked on that? Nothing. For me, I'm sorry to say it, but there's nothing that I can see that makes me think, do you know what? That's a really promising part of our game, or Arteta's done really well there. On the ball, off the ball, pressing, just our possession football, snappy passing, counter-attacking, set pieces. What part of our game is there that makes me think, oh yeah, I can see some positivity? I'm sorry, I just can't. Anyone in the comments, let me know if there's any element in our game that makes you think, actually, we're really good at something. Because right now, I see us just average at best in so many different departments. This is not me getting carried away about, our pre-season friendly results. I don't care for pre-season friendly results. But now we are 5 days away from the start of our season. We've under-recruited. We've, underperformed in terms of getting people out of the club. We're not in a good situation. As simple as that. If you're judging the manager, if you're judging the staff, Edu, Vinay, based on what they've done in the transfer window up to this point today, it's a thumbs down from me. I've just, I don't get too, what can I say, like worked up about the transfer window, because, a lot of it is all rumours. Like today, the news we've all heard, Lautaro Martinez, apparently we were in for him and now apparently he's going to Tottenham. Now, what I would say to that is that we don't know for sure whether we were in for him. We don't know whether that was just a rumour or whether, that's just sort of like made up agent talk or press talk. So when I then see that Tottenham are now scuppering our deal, I'm not going to go ballistic about that. I'm not going to kind of take everything I read as gospel. But even that aside, what have we done in the transfer window? Really? Ben White, to be fair, I thought he looked really, really good today. I was really happy with him. But that's our only proper signing where I can turn around and say I expect him to do really well this season. He's a proper first teamer. Lokonga, yep, he's played really well actually. I thought today again he was really good, but I don't see him as a signing where I expect him to do really, really well for us straight away. Again, with Tavares, again, he's not a signing where I expect him. I'm talking about expectations here. I don't expect Tavares, Lokonga to be players that are going to come in and hit the ground running and really contribute to our season. I see them as squad players. And if I'm being really honest, if Tottenham had signed them, if anyone else had signed them, if Chelsea had signed them, I wouldn't really care too much. I'd be saying, yeah, don't know much about them. I wouldn't be too excited about it. I wouldn't be too bothered if it was a rival. The fact of the matter is, aside from Ben White, we have not made a proper move in the market. And do you know what? Yes, people will say we've got plenty of time. The transfer window runs up till the end of the month. But that's not when the season starts. And I remember the first interview I ever did years and years ago on AFTV. I spoke about how the transfer deadline is arbitrary and we should be setting our own transfer deadline on a logical basis, not on an arbitrary basis. You can come up with any date you want. The only date that matters is the start of the season. And to be prepared for the start of the season, you need your players in for the pre-season friendlies to adapt to a style of play so they know their jobs, so they're fit enough. And unfortunately, here we are again. For me, positives today, the return of Saka, obviously a positive. I thought Lacazette looked sharp, but his finishing wasn't good enough. ESR, I thought he looked good. Ben White, I thought he looked really good. But then my concerns, Aubameyang, my God, someone tell me what's going on with him. And I hate to say it, I'd love to do a bit of an analysis on the stats. But when you look at his performances after Arteta publicly dropped him and shamed him for turning up late against Tottenham, of all games again, the North London derby in the league last season, he has not been the same. I was really worried after that because I thought, Aubameyang, he's not a consummate professional. In the past, when he signed, people did call into question his professionalism and his impact on the dressing room. And it was nice to be able to say that everyone was wrong. I thought he was a brilliant impact and influence on the dressing room. I thought he brought like a lot of positivity and kind of he enjoyed his football, and I felt like other people enjoyed him being at the club. But you have to manage a player like that carefully, because if you lose them, you lose them. And what Arteta did, I thought was very risky. And for me, Aubameyang has never, ever been the same since. And, I know class is permanent, form is temporary, but it's been going on for a long time now. Today, he did not look good. He did not look like the player that we know he is. But he's looked like this for a long time now, and we need him firing. I don't think we can rely on Lacazette to be our main guy. So look, I'm worried about that. So look, I'm going to read out some of the comments now. I want to know what you guys think. Obviously, you can tell that I'm not very positive. Not positive about Arteta. Not positive about the start of the season. The other thing that concerns me, set pieces. We got rid of our set piece coach, even though actually we did quite well last season from set pieces, defensively and offensively, if I'm not mistaken, but certainly defensively. And in pre-season, we have looked awful defensively. So look, give me some of your comments, and let me see how you guys feel about it. Because for me, I'm just not very positive at all. So someone saying Laka won't score enough, Eddie isn't good enough, Balogun is raw, so we need Oba. I agree. Someone just said Pepe's been a positive too. Yeah, absolutely agree with that. Pepe has definitely been a positive, and I really hope, and I've got a good feeling that he's going to have a real standout season. But ultimately, it's very hard. Even if you're a good player, it's very hard to be a very, very good player in a very, very average team, and that's what Arteta. That's what Arsenal looked like to me under Arteta. Pre-season, lost 3 and drawn 1. Yeah, I mean, look, it's concerning. Friendlies don't matter. Today wasn't a friendly. Today actually mattered. I wanted it to be a decent performance. Who do I think should be paired with Ben White? I think it should be, well, Gabriel, I don't think is fit right now. So I think it's got to be Pablo Mari. And then eventually I think it should be Gabriel with Ben White. Start Pepe at striker against Brentford. Look, for me, I just think we need Oba firing. I'd probably still go with Oba, even though he looks awful right now. Mo, I haven't been positive for Arsenal for over 5 years. Yeah, look, I know what you're saying. Someone's saying remove Oba from captaincy. If we were to do that, I think that becomes like dangerous. It becomes sort of like we've punished him. I don't want to necessarily remove him from captaincy, but I do agree. I don't think it's benefited him. I don't think he's the best captain. For me, that's Tierney. All right, Arsenal are done, mid-table team like other teams. That's a fact. Well, 2 8th place finishes in a row. If we finish 8th again this year, we're really cementing ourselves as a mid-table team. Let's just be honest about it. No Champions League. We're, going to start not being viewed as a club that's dipped out of European top competition or even the second competition. We're going to be viewed as a team that's just not there. Just as you say, just mid-table. Arteta out of his depth. Willock shouldn't go for less than 30 million. Absolutely agree. Arteta is on his apprenticeship here, and it bothers me. I don't think any manager should be doing his work experience at a club like Arsenal. And as for Willock, people can say what they want about Willock, but all I'd say is that save your tweets. All of your comments about Willock when you're saying, oh, get rid of him, he's not good enough, save your tweets. And in 5 years' time, you could look very, very silly. I think Willock he has shown me enough to say he has potentially got something about him that could be harnessed and nurtured into something very special. Under the right manager, he really could be made into a special player. The one thing we lack from our midfielders is goals, okay? That's the one thing that we really, really lack. And that's why, personally, I'm not that keen on re-signing Ødegaard. He's not got a track record of being a goal-scoring midfielder. So look, for me, if Willock is kept at the club, he can be that Ramsey type where he guarantees you goals from midfield. He did it at Newcastle. We saw even against Chelsea, goal disallowed. He's got that knack. I think he's really pushed on in terms of hitting the target and also timing of runs into the box. So for me, I would not be getting rid of Willock on the cheap. In fact, I wouldn't be getting rid of Willock at all. The Gooner saying get the likes up, appreciate that. And Uncle Bob, we should at least be putting a buyback clause. Absolutely agree. I cannot echo that more. If we do get rid of him, absolutely needs to be with a buyback clause. I do not want to see Willock going and then all of a sudden, he's killing it and we're talking about another Serge Gnabry situation. Willock is proper box to box. Exactly that, man. He's got bags of energy. For me, Willock has done enough to at least say he deserves another chance at Arsenal. At Newcastle, we saw enough from him for him to kind of have a proper chance. All right, what do you think we need realistically considering the window is closing soon? Backup keeper for a start, replacement right back. We need a proper midfield partner for Partey. We need, again, someone else to partner with ESR in the middle. We can't rely on Smith Rowe as much as I love him. If he gets injured, I don't want to be kind of going with makeshift solutions. We've got a lot of work to do. Arteta's just players. He doesn't do anything more as per his job title. Look, Arteta is not just the coach. He's the manager. He was given that extra responsibility. What's your favourite lineup for the Brentford game? Look, I'm not even gonna like start doing that right now. I'd have to give that some proper thought. I won't do that off the cuff. But yeah, I mean, right now, the way I see it, I tweeted it during the game just now. If I was Brentford, I'd be looking at set pieces and saying we can get a lot of joy. Do you guys need a right back, centre midfield, goalkeeper more than Maddison? I think we do. Yeah, I would agree with that. I do think we need a reserve right back, a proper right back, and maybe Bellerin can go out, wherever he needs to go. A backup goalkeeper is essential. We're one injury away. Can you imagine if in training this week something happens to Leno, or in the game against Brentford? Are we going to rely on Runnison? And God forbid that happens, not against Brentford, but our first game after the transfer window. That's a massive blind spot right now for Arsenal. We need to sort that out. So, we desperately need a proper backup goalkeeper. Right, I understand that Arsenal getting Richard Garlick working with Eddie suggests they are spearheading the transfer market. Yeah, well, they're not doing a very good job, are they? Thoughts on Pickford? Absolutely not. I don't want him. Someone explain to me why, if Onana is available, a player with a goalkeeper with really, really good distribution, which is what we're severely lacking with Leno, why are we not getting him when he's so cheap? Yes, I know he's had a bit of controversy and all that sort of stuff. I'm sorry, I don't care. We do not have the money or the Champions League pull and the rest of it to start being, that picky. We need to beat the market, and he is beating the market. Ramsdale, no. And hasn't he already moved? Not that I'm aware of. And Onana's still available as far as I'm aware of, unless something has happened very, very recently. Onana wants to stay. Well, yeah, maybe he does. Let's test it. Anyway, he's banned until November. That's fine. Listen, if you're beating the market and getting him for like £6 million, which is the rumour, I'm willing to take that risk with Runnison up to November, knowing that we've got him post-November, knowing that we've got Onana post-November. And also what it does, it frees up money for other positions. If we save 24 million getting a better goalkeeper than Ramsdale by signing Onana for 24 million less, that tells me we can go and do other business in other positions that we desperately need to do. So yeah, I'm all for that. Edu's out on holiday at the moment, but I don't want to get into that. He can still do what he needs to do, no matter where he is in the world. We're all working remotely right now. I just hope that it's a working holiday. That's all I'm saying. Right, I'm going to wrap this up. Any other comments, any other questions before I go? And is Leicester midfield better than yours? Absolutely. Absolutely, yes. Harvey Barnes, James Maddison, Yuri Tielemans, all operating to a very good level. So, yeah, I think so. But, you know, there's a lot of midfielders that are... a lot of midfields that are a lot better than Arsenal's. Am I feeling under the weather? Not generally. In fact, life is great, man. I've got my 5-month-old son. You know, I can't, you know, complain at all. Life is great right now. I'm very happy in life, just not happy in Arsenal. So yes, Arsenal are making me feel very under the weather. We start doing podcast football talks. I am on the Arsenal Lounge every single Monday, so you'll see me on there tomorrow. And I'll be doing more podcasts. What I want to do this season, I want to give smaller YouTube channels a bit of my time, and I'm going to be going through loads of emails that people have sent me to come up on their YouTube channels and stuff, and I'm going to be doing that for a lot of YouTube channels. So I'm going to be doing a couple this week as well. Arsenal Lounge every single Monday, and you'll be getting my fan cams after every single game. All right. Remember when I met you in Burnley when Obo won the Golden Boot? I think I do remember that. Arsenal Lounge don't let you talk enough. Nah, listen, man, it's not about me talking. I think they've got brilliant things to say as well. I really enjoy talking to Shaheen and Lev. I think they're really good. You know, what I like about them, I can call them out. I can hold them to task. We don't just kind of say things to be popular or go easy on each other. We really like have a proper conversation as if the camera's not there. That's what I love about that with the Arsenal Lounge. So tune into that. I love you too, Al Walid. Appreciate that. And listen, I'm out. Coming up to 16.5 minutes on this. This is just meant to be my reaction after this Tottenham game, which unfortunately we lost. Fingers crossed we get a win against Brentford. Because if we don't, and then we've got Chelsea and Man City, we could find ourselves in the relegation zone after 3 games. And I don't want to know what Arsenal Twitter and all of our mental states are going to be like if we're in the relegation zone after 3 games. All right, take care, everyone. Appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in. You'll be seeing a lot more from me on my channel this season. Make sure you subscribe, share this video, drop all the likes on it, comment, all of that stuff. I need you guys to show that support and subscribe, because this is where I'm going to be every single game